Good evening, students.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
All of you are clear with the earlier algorithms for multiplication, for addition and subtraction. Today we will study division algorithms. How do we do division in decimal using decimal numbers? Suppose if it is 22 divided by 2, what are these called as? Anyone knows what are these called as?
Dividend and divisor.
Yeah, which is dividend, which is divisor?
22 is
Hmm.
Dividend is 22 and 2 is divisor.
Hmm. And what is the result? What do you get? Two results you get. One is quotient and another one is remainder. Okay, two outcomes you get, and these are the two numbers. So how do you do uh, two 10 times? Directly, I am doing individually also. You can do 2, 1, 2, and then here 2 tens. This is quotient and this is remainder. This is with respect to decimal numbers. When we are doing binary division, uh, the process is illustrated in this figure. We have divisor B and it comprises of 5 bits. And there is a dividend A. All right, this dividend is A and it comprises of 10 bits. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bits. Uh, and then one step by step we perform. All right, step by step, like we do it in LCM method, like this. Not step by step. Okay. Let me do this again. 2 1 times 2, then 2 2 1 times 2, 0. If it is 22, what? Okay, this is 11 22. This is 0. Here directly I have done here step by step by considering each individual bit. Let us study this example. All right, here each every result that you get after individual division is known as partial remainder, and also you get partial quotient. Not this result we obtained at the end. Before that, let us do it. So we have a divisor which is 1,000,001. Can anyone tell me the decimal form of this number? 0 1 1 1.
17.
This is 17. 1 2 4 8 16 plus 1 17. Okay. A in decimal 1 4.
10, ma'am.
What is A? 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 128, 8, 12, 18, 1, 13, 14. What answer you got?
448.
You got 448?
Yes, ma'am. 64, 128, 2.
Oh, yeah, even I got 448. A is 448, the entire number. Consider now first 5 bits. This 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one, this part. Is this part, what is this part first in decimal?
14.
This is 14. Is this 14? 1, 2, 4, 8. 8. Right. So this one is 14. This part is 14. Is 14 greater or smaller than 17? Means is 0, 1, 1, 1, 0 greater or smaller to 1, 0, 0, 0, 1?
Smaller.
Smaller. Smaller means what we have to do? What do? We shift it. Shift it means what? We consider the next bit, don't we? Yes, students, do you understand this? When 5 bits are smaller than these 5 bits of divisor, you have to consider 6 bits of dividend. Consider 6 bits of dividend now. What is its decimal value? This is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. What is this equal to? Carry 28. Is 28 greater than 17? Yes. So what do? You are putting here. Uh, First we considered first 5 bits, and these 5 bits happen to be smaller than B. Consider 6 bits now. 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. All right. Consider 6 bits, and then put this uh, divisor. Divisor is 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. What answer will you get? What do you do here? When in multiplication, you perform addition of all the partial products. Here you perform subtraction. In division operation, you perform subtraction. When you subtract uh, 1 from 0, we please recall that we have to use borrow method. In borrow method, wherever there is the 1, first occurrence of 1, after this 0, the first occurrence of the 1 will give away its 1 value to the bits that followed it. All right. Here, this is 0 and this one is 1. 0 minus 1, instead of doing 0 minus 1, we take borrow. This one you take, you first move this one at this place, then the next bit, and subsequently the following bit. All right. So then this 1 is here as well as here. 1 minus 1 is 0. And okay, let me check once again here. Okay, this is not 0. It is 1. Why it is 1? Because when you do this, there are rules of subtraction. I'll show you the rules of subtraction. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 1 is 1 with a borrow 1. The answer is 1. And you are taking borrow 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. All right, students. Here, this would be 1. This would also be 1. This would be 0. This would be 1 and this would be 0. Now we got this partial remainder. This is a partial remainder, not the final one. Again, we have to check. What do we have to check? Well, we have to check whether it is smaller or greater than the divisor. Are these bits? Okay, you have to take this. Before checking, you have to take one more 0 down. This is our remainder and one bit you take it down. These bits, this is 2, 4, 8, 16.
22.
22. 16 plus 4 plus 2. 22. 22 is greater than 17. Therefore, 17 can be placed here. 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. And observe here that we are shifting it. Aren't we shifting this bit, this divisor B? We are. Here we are not putting from here. You are shifting and putting. Then here this 0 minus this, okay. Then what are you doing here? Taking 1, borrow. It's like borrowing 1. So this would be 1. This is 0. 0 minus 1 with borrow is 1. This would become 0. So this is 0. And this is 1.
1,
0. This is 0.
0.
Then take next bit. This one is 0. And is this remainder smaller than or greater than divisor? This is 1, 2, 4, 8. It is smaller. This is 8 plus 2, 10. Smaller means what do you have to do? You have to bring down
Another 0.
another bit from the dividend. You get 0. Oh, this is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. This is 20. 20 is greater than 17, which is the divisor. Shift it. You have to shift it and you have to place it in such a manner that you obtain this. Are we going in a correct manner? Let me check once. So these 6 bits are here and this 0, 1, 0, this is right. Then this is right. Then this is 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. So this is less than. So then you are bringing this one more 0. Now remainder is greater. So you get 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Right. Okay. We are going correctly. Place the divisor under it. What do you do again? Again, you have to do the borrow. Obtain the borrow. From where? From the one which is 2 steps away. This is 2 steps. So this one would first enter in this bit and followed by the first bit in this case. So 0 minus 1 with borrow 1 is 1 and 0. Okay.
And subtraction.
Yeah, subtraction only we are doing. Subtraction. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 1 is equal to 1 with borrow. This is with borrow. 1 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1.
1 minus 0 is 1, ma'am.
Yes, you're right. 1 minus 0 is 1. These rules are applied here. Therefore, you obtain here 1 and here also you get 1. And here you get 0 and this is 0 and this one is 0. Okay, how many zeros we brought down? This one, this is 5 and this is 6. Actually, there is one 0 extra. This 0 I have not considered. Okay, so I'm just reconnecting. So there is one 0. So this 0 I am bringing down. You observe here, students, this 0 was missed. Instead of this 0 was taken down. So this actually the first 0 you are putting down, and now this is 30110, and it would be 00110. This is the final remainder. Oh, why I forgot about quotient totally. So we have to put quotients also. Let us do it again. Okay, so that everyone understands, and also we will get the quotient value from here. Well, what are we doing here? We are trying to perform division, binary division. 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First, consider uh, 5 bits. These 5 bits are smaller than the divisor. Next, consider 6 bits up to here. So 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. And shift the divisor and place under it 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. And perform the, okay, after that what we have to do? We have to put quotient as 1. Quotient is 1. And here, this is 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. Considering this, the next 0, and shifting and placing the divisor. Now we are shifting and placing the divisor, so we have to put 1 here. All right. And then here it is 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Consider this one. This is smaller. When it is smaller, you have to place 0 in the quotient value. All right, students. If it is 0, you have to place, you have to put the 0 in quotient, 0 bit. After putting 0, one more 0 will be brought down. This one is here, then this one is here, and this number evaluates to smaller, so one more 0. Here you place the divisor, and this is 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. And here you have to put 1 now. And you see here, this number is, okay, bring 0 down. And this one is smaller than divisor, so take 0 in quotient. This is our final remainder 00110, and this is the quotient. Is this clear, students? When we are taking 0, whenever the dividend bits are smaller than the divisor, then we have to take 0. In the beginning also, you have to take 10 because it is in the uh, start of the number that can be simply ignored. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Very good. Let us consider that how in hardware we this is performed. So far we have manually carried out. Let us see how computer hardware performs the operation of division. So divisor is 1, 3 zeros, 1, and 2's complement of divisor is, we know how to obtain. This is 2's complement of the divisor. First, the dividend. First, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bits of dividend are taken. We have E, A, Q, and SC. SC is sequence counter, like before we used in multiplication algorithms. This sequence counter have to be initialized for the number of bits in the divisor, which is 5 here in this case. Therefore, a sequence counter is 5, and the divisor is 5 bits. Dividend is 10 bits. So 10 bits are stored in both A and Q. In A, you see there are 5 bits. In Q, you see there are 5 bits. But this is the dividend. This is sequence counter, and this is extended bit E, flip flop. It is a single bit. Because this one is smaller. Shift left EAQ. Shift left EAQ means what happens? This 01110. This is shifted left. When you shift it left, what happens? This 0 would enter in E, and followed by 1 getting into its position, and the process continues until there are no bits in A. At that point, a bit from Q is transferred into A. All right, and then here you transfer 0. This is serial in. And then what is done? Here, after shift left operation of this, add this B's complement, 2's complement of B. After adding 2's complement of B, E is, okay, let me see whether there is any flowchart given. The flowchart is not given here. Let us try to understand. When the division is implemented in digital computer, the process is slightly changed. Instead of shifting the divisor to the right, the dividend or partial remainder is shifted to the left. Subtraction may be achieved by adding A to the 2's complement of B. Because you have to perform subtraction, here we have been doing subtraction. This one, like if it is 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. If it is this, we are doing subtraction. And we are shifting B, which is divisor. Shifting B to right. Instead of that, in computer hardware, divisor will not be shifted. Rather, the dividend will be shifted to left. Dividend would be shifted to left, and dividend or partial remainder. First, it is dividend. From next step onwards, it would be partial remainder. Apparently, whenever you perform multiplication, you have to do on 2's complement of a number, not on the number. Therefore, here B's 2's complement of B, which is divisor, is obtained and performed here. All right, and then register EAQ is shifted to the left with 0 inserted into QN, and previous value of E is lost. The divisor is stored in B register, and double length dividend is stored in A and Q. Dividend is shifted to the left. Divisor is subtracted by adding 2's complement value. The information about the relative magnitude is available in E. What is E? If E is equals to 1, it signifies that A is greater than B. If E extended bit is 1, it signifies A is greater than B, and A quotient bit 1 is inserted into Qn. All right. Quotient bit. When A is greater, quotient bit is 1. When A is smaller, quotient is 0, and 1 bit from A is brought down and further operated. When E is 0, it signifies A is less than B, so the quotient Qn remains 0 during the shift. What is Qn? Qn is this last bit of the least significant bit, or the rightmost bit of Q is Qn. Please recall the same thing we did in Booth's multiplication algorithm as well. Here we have Qn. When Qn would receive 1, when E is 1. When E is 1, it signifies that A is greater than B. When A is greater than B, Qn receives 1. Otherwise, it receives 0. Add complement of B. 2's complement of B is like subtract B from A. This one here you are performing. You are taking 2's complement of B and adding to A. Now E is set to 1. Why E is set to 1? This 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Qn is equals to 1. Qn is this. It is set to 1. And then shift left EAQ. EAQ is shift left. Actually here, after shifting, you perform 2's complement. 2's complement of B is added to A, and then this would be our partial product. This is our partial product, E equal to 1. Whenever there is E equal to 1, there is this 1 added to Qn. Okay, when E is equal to 1, when A is greater than B. Here we saw already. Only in the first step, A was smaller. Later, A was greater. At this point, at this point also A was greater. Um, this point A was greater. Wherever A is greater than B, at that point E receives a value 1. When it receives a value 1, Qn receives a value 1, and shift operation is performed. Uh, Effectively here, subtraction implemented through 2's complement of addition is carried out, and this process continues. Here, when E is equals to 0, at one point of time, E was actually here A was not greater, A was smaller. That's why it is 0. When E is 0, Qn remains to be 0, and just add B. This is the process. Here, when E is equals to 0, it signifies A is less than B, and quotient is 0. The value of B is then added. Why value of B is added? To restore the partial remainder in A to the previous value. You want to undo. How do you do undo? If you say 10 minus 2 is equals to 8, later you realize that this subtraction has been done wrongly. You add 2 back to the result to get 10 back. This is like undo. When A is smaller than B, at that uh, point, B is added to restore the previous value. The partial product is then shifted to the left, and the process is repeated until all 5 quotient bits are formed. In Q, you have the response, that is the outcome, which is quotient in Q. Initially, it is storing a part of A, but at the end, it gets the quotient value. Students, will you do this step by step and let me know whether you understood or not? If E equal to 0, when E is 0, this you are adding B. After adding B, you restore this previous value, this value. You obtain the same back. After you obtain the same value back, you further start processing. And here E is 1, here E is 0. Because E is 0 here, again you have to restore. How do you restore? By adding. What are you adding? Add B to this to get this one. This one was the previous value. And finally, when you get this value, which is smaller than, okay, here we obtain 0. When you obtain 0, you have to stop the process. And this process is stopped with the quotient stored in Q. This is the quotient. Students, please do this with the pen and book so that you get to know step by step what is happening. If you understand, then we'll proceed. Okay, I'm giving you 5 minutes of time. Complete this. Students, could you get it?
No, ma'am. Can you explain
No?
again, please?
Sure, sure. Here, the division process. At least, did you understand this process, how we have carried out this one? Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
What is shown on the screen? Is that process clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, in this, what are we doing? The first step is comparing both A and B, right? We are comparing both A and B. When A is smaller than B, you are taking one more bit of A and then you are shifting B value. Actually, B value would come here, no? See how it would be if it is 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. So B value would come down in this manner. But what are you doing? You are, because it is smaller, apparently you are taking one more zero down. Because you are taking one more zero down, you have to shift this B, that which is B is divisor here. You are shifting the divisor and 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. You are shifting to right. This is the first, step in which A is smaller than B. The part of A is smaller than B. It's not the entire A, it's a part of A. The number of bits which is equal to B. If those many bits are smaller than B, shift, take one more bit of A and shift the divisor and perform the subtraction. This is this shifting is second step. Third step is uh, this subtraction. Yes, students, is this clear? Uh, because you are doing subtraction here, you get the partial remainder. To that partial remainder, what do? Again, you compare it with the divisor. This process continues, these three steps. Step number 2 is applicable only if uh, A is smaller than B. If A is not smaller than B, there is no need to perform this taking of one more extra bit and shifting. That is not required. All right, students. So this thing can be implemented in a computer by following few steps. First step is check whether A is greater than B. If A is greater than B, then E would get a value 1. Else, E would get a value 0. When E is 1, Qn would be equal to 1. When E is 0, Qn is equal to 0. What is Qn? This least significant bit, LSB, or the rightmost bit of Q. Second step, when E is 1, normally earlier you saw that you are shifting the divisor to the right. Instead of that, you are performing left shift of EAQ. EAQ is the dividend. is the extended bit, you are performing a shift left operation on EAQ. And after performing this, you are adding 2's complement of B. 2's complement of B is 2's complement of B is added to the partial product, which is obtained after doing the operation, or A, which is available at the first instance of this operation. First dividend, you are storing the dividend in A and Q, and E is 0 initially. Not initially, in fact, it is because A is the part of A is smaller than B. E is 0. E is 0, and you are adding here shifting. Okay, E is 0 you have obtained by this shift operation. Actually, E is shift. You obtain E value by shifting left AQ values. So this 0th bit of A, that is MSB bit of A, has moved into E, and then you are adding 2's complement of B to get the partial remainder. Here, this remainder is greater than B. Therefore, E is initialized to 1 and set Qn equal to 1. Because E is 1, Qn is set to 1. And this is the second cycle. In first cycle, you have shifted and you have subtracted. Add B bar plus 1 is equal to subtraction. This means subtraction. Shift and subtraction you have done. And here that first cycle is over. In the second cycle, this one, because E is 1, shift left, EAQ, and subtract. All right. Now the third cycle. This is third cycle. Third cycle also E is 1. Because E is 1, Qn is equals to 1. And shift left, EAQ, followed by subtraction operation. Now, because of this shifting, E receives the value 0. Because E received the value 0, 0 is added to Qn, inserted to at Qn position, and B value, divisor value is added to restore the previous result. This is our previous result. This we are restoring by adding B. After that, after restoring, you perform shift operation. After performing shift, subtraction operation, you obtain something, and after shifting, E received 1. So in the next cycle, E is 1. Because E is 1, Qn receives 0. And this is the last cycle. Qn receives 0. And no, this is 1 means Qn receives 1 in this first. And then perform left shift and subtraction. After that, whatever value you obtain, that is smaller than B, the divisor. Therefore, add B and restore the remainder. Adding is performed to restore. Now neglect E value, and A is smaller than B, so add 0 here, and this is 0, and then this would finish. This is our question. Is this clear, students? Okay, what I urge you all is to do this today. If you find any difficulty, any problem in understanding, tomorrow we'll discuss it again. Okay. Right now, you please start doing that. Until more 10 minutes, you try to do and note down what problems you are facing. Okay, students, then we'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.